How's it going, guys? This is Rio Murata, photographer based in Tokyo. Yes, is it that moment? Yes, it is. It's the moment that we have been waiting for. If you've seen one of my videos that I basically talked about one of the best locations to shoot photos in Tokyo, it would be Harumi Futou. But when I last visited last year, it was under construction. It felt like a bitch slap to me, and I was like really shocked to see that I wasn't able to showcase that area to you guys. But after the Olympic has ended in peace, a photography teacher of mine who has, although he's like in his like 60s or 70s, he has so much of a mentality and high footwork that he's walking around Tokyo like 10 times more than me. And he just said recently that this area, they just finished like construction and you can basically like see whatever thing you want around this area. And I was like, man, sensei, you're so fast. So yeah, went off topic, but they finished like constructing this area which was like prohibited. So I just wanted to like revisit this area to showcase you guys one of the reasons why I would prefer this area to be shot on like film than other areas. So yeah. Okay, so previously I think I went to this Harumi Futou area via Kachidoki Station, and there's a lot of ways of going there. And instead of going through the exact same route, I thought, okay, let's go the other way around. And the other way around is going through Toyosu. You get off Toyosu Station, and I think you have to not talk, but you have to walk 2 times more than from the Kachidoki route, and it's like 45 to maybe 1 hour walk to get from Toyosu to Harumi Futou, but it was well worth the walk. And honestly, I would prefer going from this route because there's lots of things to see. You basically have to cross a bridge to access this sort of like peninsula, and you get to see, you can basically like see a lot of like buildings, skyscrapers, and the river and stuff like that. Great location to like look around and walk. So yeah, and keep in mind that this area, like Harumi Futou, like, I mean, there's a lot of people who actually shot this area with a digital camera, especially when the sun is shot like starting to go down, and there's a lot of marvelous photos. I personally don't shoot with digital, so it's not the best time to like shoot at night. But like if you're into shooting digital, I would highly recommend bringing your camera when the sun's starting to set in. But I shoot with film, so I mostly shoot during the day. So I went off topic again. So I think I previously shot this area with Portra 400 and got great results. I thought like, what the heck, don't shoot with Portra 400 for this time for my second like shoot. And I thought, yes, I'm going to choose you, Fuji. I'm calling you. And instead of shooting with Portra 400, I went with the Fuji 400 Pro 400H, which my stock is starting to diminish in a fast rate. I should like save those like films for those precious moments. But enough talking, let's get going. And Harumi Futou part 2. This time it's my revenge time with the discontinued Pro 400H from Fuji, as always the GW690 Gen 3. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, so after like shooting and editing and scanning and doing all those good stuff, time consuming, but I love the process. I especially like the shot of having this camping car parked in the driveway or in the parking space, and then in the background there's this playground type of what we call public park, and behind that there's like a bunch of like skyscrapers, buildings being sandwiched by this like river, not river but more like the ocean, the Tokyo One, aka Tokyo Bay, area. And I guess it resembles the moment that we're currently in. I mean, we can't do much, we're stuck in a specific location, but there are ways to enjoy life, especially probably the people who are living in that camping car are realizing that there are different ways of living in this world. I mean, there's a lot of people purchasing, camping cars and going out to far away locations, being socially distanced, and it kind of, like I said, resembles the scenario that we're currently in. And I just love this shot. It kind of probably will keep. It will probably be one of my best shots that I took in this year. And so yeah, that was basically my revenge at Harumi Futou. I mean, it's interesting because there's like so many people who shot this area, but every time you come to this specific area, everyone shoots differently. And I have a friend who shoots architecture who shot it at night, and I think he shoots with digital. But because he's an architect, he probably used one of those tilt shifting lenses, which is really expensive. But he got the composition right, and I'll just stick in the photo and credit him too. I mean, please check him out actually, because he takes really nice photos of the cityscapes of Tokyo. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you have any questions or if you have any comments, please leave it in the area below. I'm happy to reply. And yeah, we will see you next time. Peace.